So, I thought I'd talk about some interesting experiences I had while taking Ubers to some places I needed to go to. Um, I took an Uber a couple days ago to an art event, little art meetup, where a bunch of other artists were, going to work in a boba tea shop and just, sit around and draw. And apparently, this guy runs this guy's part of a nonprofit organization where they feed the homeless and needy, uh, basically giving back to the community every Saturday. So I think today I'll message or text that Uber driver and ask him, if he can give me a lift up to this event because he doesn't live far from where I'm currently at. So I think maybe just helping others would be a good change. Because I mean, my ex and I always talked about doing that stuff. It would be nice to one day work for Habitat for, I can't speak. I just woke up like not even 30 minutes ago, and I didn't even get much sleep. It would be nice to volunteer at Habitat for Humanity, especially building houses. So it was nice meeting that guy. I guess some comments that I have about the art event. A lot of artists are moving digital. I don't have any opposition to digital art, but I prefer physical medium, Because I also feel like if you work with physical mediums, it translates to digital art pretty well because you're using the same techniques. It's just, I don't know. For me, there's a part of me that doesn't consider digital art because you're using technology to create something, and it might not be fully you. Maybe every single movement that you do on that little pad, that sketch pad that you have that translates whatever you're drawing into an image on the computer screen might not pick up every single movement. So it might not even be an entirely accurate representation. But that's just my opinion. So granted, digital art is still art. It's just, in my opinion, I don't view it as like a real form of art unless you know how to also work with physical mediums. But again, that is my opinion. That is not a fact. If you do digital art, I'm happy for you. Because if you do digital art as well, then you can also translate those skills into physical mediums. So it goes both ways. It's just, I feel like if you work with physical medium, you have the greater challenge of creating something, especially something with your hands versus having it being made with the computer. Then yesterday I took an Uber. I took an Uber to my psychiatrist's office, and I took one back. The Uber drive back was interesting because I met an Uber driver who, used to serve in the military, and he got out with some injuries, though, of course, and he's going through a rough patch, and he tells me he does Uber because he just needs to talk and get everything out. It's like his therapy. I get that. This is kind of like my, I guess, therapy. As weird as it is to see a person have, go into a complete not a complete mental breakdown. If I went into a complete mental breakdown, I would not be here. I would likely be dead. I'm just throwing that out there. Because complete mental breakdown, zero control. And at that point, I would not care if I lived or died. But you're seeing the gradual decline, and then the gradual ascension to being better. And today I'm going to start taking my new medication. So hopefully over the next couple weeks, if I abstain from drinking and see if the drugs have a good effect, then we might have found the right medicine. Now, I'm not solely trying to rely on medicine, but everything I've been trying to do, gym, drawing, going out, having coffee, it doesn't seem to help. And like even trying new things doesn't seem to help because my mind just immediately goes back to all the negatives and to everything that I've lost. So, and tonight I'm gonna go hang out with a guy I met on Reddit. He lives in the area. Actually, funny enough, full circle, he does the same shit that my dad used to do before he died. He works security. And funny enough, he actually worked security for one of the Super Trooper movies. That's pretty cool. He also has a signed poster by the guys. That's an heirloom right there. You keep that, you pass that along. Or, you give it to someone when you get old enough. That's my plan with the Legos if I don't sell them. Give them to someone who will appreciate them. Whether it be family or just someone that I meet along the way. I think either tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to try looking at city jobs. I'm kind of pressed for time in terms of just trying to relax last night, so I just decided to put it off. And I needed to charge my laptop anyway. But yeah, so hopefully this meetup goes well, And, maybe this guy knows some good hangout spots, right? We can just eventually chill and hang and just, have fun. Because, Lord knows I need more friends to at least go out and do stuff with. I cannot stay trapped in the house for very long. I also get my license in 5 days. Actually, no, 4 days now. Unfortunately, work scheduled me for a full shift, so I'm trying to see if I can at least get that day off, or at least get off early, so I need to text my manager and ask them about that. Because for me, I feel like getting the license is far more important than this $10 an hour job. Because if I can drive and go anywhere, that is priceless to me at this point. I definitely think once I get my own car, though, I will practice parking in, the parking lot of the college campus I used to work at. Practice parking in between the lines, practice slowing down just to an appropriate speed in a parking lot. Because I'll admit, as a new driver, a couple things I need to work on are parking, for one. I'm not going to parallel park, at least not until I'm comfortable parking normally. And changing lanes on the highway. I can get on the highway. It's just, for me, it's more of everything is moving much more quickly, so I have to react quickly. I can do it, it's just, budgeting, what I should look for, how quick should I look for it, not looking at my blind spot for too long, just glance over, see if there's any cars coming, and, change lanes, match the speed, so on. So that'll be good. I really think driving will probably be the next climb up this fucking mountain of, depression that I have. As far as anger goes, again, I feel like that can be managed with activities, but maybe maybe getting behind the wheel of a car, driving would be better for me, because then I could just go places. As far as road rage goes, whenever I've been in the car, like driving, I have not felt angry, because I think there's just a switch in my head that kind of goes off and says, hey, you're driving basically a 1 to 2 ton bullet. Don't get fucking angry, because you're going to end up either killing yourself or killing someone else. Well, me, I don't give a shit about. Someone else, yeah. So, then also got to be responsible whenever I do start driving, If I go out to drink, if it's one drink, okay, get some water, wait a little bit, But if it's 2 or more drinks, then yeah, I'm either gonna have a designated driver or I'm gonna have to call an Uber, which, you know, fine, because we're not risking any lives, you know, for our, you know, due to our own poor decisions, you know. So, anyway, I'm just rambling, but I thought I would just talk for a bit, especially before going into work. My first paycheck was, I mean, I don't even have full-time hours, but I guess with tips and everything, my first paycheck was like a little over 500 bucks. I mean, that's basically to be my monthly expense living with my mother, so at least, you know, I can pay her each month and potentially save each month. I do have to create a budget, at least for what I could feasibly spend if I want to. But realistically speaking, I think at this point, whatever money I do get left over from this job that I don't give to my mother is probably just going to be spending money, because I'm investing this money in my sanity right now. You know, so hopefully my savings won't be touched, but this new job will basically just net me zero, because I'll spend, you know, 500 paying my mother for bills, or my end of the bills, and then 500 probably just for me to go and have fun and actually enjoy myself. Anyway, and I thought I would end this video by saying, you know, to my ex, I hope you have a good day. I mean, it's, what, Friday, so, you know, hopefully you do something fun after work, I don't know. That and, yeah, that's it. Well, thanks for watching, and,